So there's been a lot of speculation as of late about David De Gea possibly moving to PSG from Manchester United, and in today's video I'll be talking about the possibility of this move happening and how it will impact PSG, Manchester United and David De Gea himself. But of course, hey everyone, my name is Finn, welcome back to my channel with more regular football/soccer news wherever you are from in the world and whatever you call it. And this is a big deal if it ends up happening. David De Gea has been heavily linked to PSG for quite a while now. Look, now I don't know if this is true. In 2021, you don't know what to believe in the world of football. I personally don't believe a transfer is real until I see the player on the pitch wearing the jersey himself. Don't forget that Manchester United 2-3 years ago, supposedly, were going to bring back Cristiano Ronaldo and get Jadon Sancho. Look, 2-3 years later, we still have Martial up front. It's not always real, but you know what? If this is real, this could be a big move for absolutely everyone. And let me just say, if David De Gea leaves Manchester United, whenever he leaves, whether it's 6 months from now, 2-3 years from now, I hope he leaves with a legendary status. For what he has done at Manchester United is absolutely incredible. Staying for a decade, just over a decade, and don't forget, he was considered the best goalkeeper in the entire world when he had Phil Jones and Chris Smalling ahead of him. And on a good day, Marcus Rojo. Whenever he leaves, I hope he leaves as a legend. One of the best in the world, an absolute superhero. But ladies and gentlemen, let me remind you that you don't have to be a superhero to subscribe to the Fincross Football YouTube channel. I'm sorry, that was a very, very bad transition from one thing to another, but I do want to remind you guys that the goal is 1,000 subscribers on my channel this year, and for the end of this month, for the end of March, if we could reach 915 subscribers, I feel like that's realistic. I'd really appreciate it. So if you do enjoy regular football content and live streaming, please do subscribe to this channel and get this video to 10 likes. But yes, this could be a very real thing. David De Gea leaving Manchester United for PSG. Now, one man I feel so sorry for is Keylor Navas. Don't forget, when Navas was at Real Madrid, they were always linked to David De Gea. Now that he is at PSG, I mean, ever since then, PSG have been linked to David De Gea. Poor Keylor Navas, is he absolutely just not enough for anyone? I feel so sorry for him. But David De Gea, I feel like he is still an incredible goalkeeper. But of course, I, as a Manchester United fan, feel somewhat at rest as of late, knowing that with Dean Henderson between the posts, I think Dean Henderson could do enough if David De Gea ended up leaving. Now, do I think that David De Gea is absolutely finished at Manchester United? Absolutely not. He's not even 30 yet, or he's just approaching 30. And as we know, top goalkeepers you can keep until they are 34, 35 years old, or in a rare case of Buffon until he's like 162. But David De Gea, the one problem I find with David De Gea is the fact that if we keep him for 4 or 5 years, I don't think we'll be able to hold on to Henderson. And that is a big problem because Henderson has really created a name for himself. And if he leaves, it will be for a top 6, maybe a top 8 team. He is that good, and I feel like the most realistic option for him is probably Tottenham Hotspurs, because they also have a bit of an older goalkeeper. And I don't want to lose Henderson to a top rival like that. So, you know what, in order to not do that, we might have to get rid of David De Gea. Now, do I think this will benefit David De Gea? I think possibly. I think he's done pretty much everything that he could at Manchester United. He has been incredible throughout his whole career. But if he moves to PSG, I think that's not guaranteed, but it's almost certified another trophy. I think he can build more trophies in his cabinet, and I think he's had a fantastic career overall. Look, he has fallen ever since the 2018 World Cup. Cristiano Ronaldo, I don't know how you did this, but you broke my boy with your free kick. How dare you? But ever since then, look, David De Gea might not have been the same, but this season, I think he's been remarkable. Makes a mistake every now and then, but he is definitely not done at Manchester United. Saying that, will it benefit Manchester United? I think big time. If you pay enough to sell David De Gea, I think that it could definitely be a good idea, because David De Gea, as I said, probably still 4 or 5 good years ahead of him. You could probably get at least, I would say, 40 to 50 million out of him at his age, at least. And that could be huge for Manchester United, especially if they consider selling the likes of Martial and maybe Lingard to West Ham United. If they can do that, they can rack up probably a good 100 million and buy a solid striker up front. As I said, I'm not too worried about a replacement goalkeeper, because Dean Henderson has got, like 2 or 3 clean sheets in a row versus big opposition. Don't forget, he just got a clean sheet versus Manchester City, and I feel like the deciding factor will be against AC Milan in the Europa League. If he can get a clean sheet, then I'm 100% confident in Dean Henderson's ability. And in terms of a backup goalkeeper after that, we still have Sergio Romero. Don't forget, I feel like we have been heavily disrespectful to Romero in this Manchester United team. He has the best save percentage per game compared to any goalkeeper Manchester United have ever had, and I feel like people overlook that statistic. We can still probably have Romero for 2-3 years, and even then 2-3 years is all you need to raise another really good player from our academy. Don't forget, Manchester United have raised some of the best goalkeepers currently in the world through their academy. So 2-3 years, it's all we have to look after. And I don't know how much Manchester United will sell David De Gea to PSG for, if it is a real transfer once again, because you know what, speculation, rumors, I don't want to trust any transfer fee, but I feel like this could be really beneficial to both Manchester United and David De Gea. Now, do I think this will be beneficial to PSG in terms of their Champions League hopes? I'm not going to talk about league hopes, because even though they're not dominating this year in the League One, I think their priority is the Champions League. I'm not sure that it's the transfer that PSG need to make. I think Keylor Navas is a fantastic goalkeeper. If De Gea is better than him, I mean, that's totally your opinion. But I feel like PSG need to focus more in terms of their midfield and in terms of their defense, because one thing I have to say about PSG's defense is I don't feel any way scared of this PSG defense. They don't have their Silva anymore. They don't have their Dani Alves. It's not a very threatening defense. And in terms of their midfield, exact same to them. They need to strengthen their midfield, because at the moment, I wouldn't say there's anyone at the top of their game in the world at the moment. Maybe the best player in the midfield from time to time can be Di Maria, but he's ancient by now. So I don't think that David De Gea putting a big money move for a player like him is the move that PSG need to make. They have other areas of the pitch that they do need to strengthen, and the last thing they need is both Keylor Navas and David De Gea. They need to strengthen, because looking at PSG, one thing that I feel like defines a good team is you have one of the best in each position. I feel like the perfect example for that is Bayern Munich. They've got Lewandowski up front, then they've got Kimmich or Thomas Müller in the midfield. In terms of their defense, they've got Alphonso Davies, or if they play Kimmich as a right back, and Manuel Neuer, where if I look at PSG, I don't get the same vibe. Yes, their attack, they've got both Mbappe and Neymar. Midfield, I'm not that fussed. Defensively, Marquinhos is okay. He could be a shout, but borderline. And goalkeeper, Navas, I feel like PSG need to strengthen in other areas. So could this move benefit them? Yeah, surely, if they sell Navas for enough. But at the end of the day, I'm still not 100% convinced, because Areola, don't forget, I think he's on loan only at Fulham. So he's even going to return. PSG, not sure this is the exact move they need to do, but I have faith in Pochettino. But ladies and gentlemen, that'll probably be it for today's video. As I said, I just wanted to give my opinion on this David De Gea move. Once again, I don't want to get rid of David De Gea. I mean, to be honest, since Rooney, I would say David De Gea has probably been my favorite Manchester United player, but I can't let that stop. I can't be biased about that. We've still got Dean Henderson. So yes, I would be totally heartbroken if David De Gea left, but it wouldn't be the end of the world, considering we have great options after that. David De Gea, once again, thank you so much for everything you have done to Manchester United. Whether this transfer is real or not, I don't know. We'll see in, I guess, 6 months to 12 months. But yeah, guys, as I said, that is my opinion on the video. Once again, if you did enjoy it, doesn't matter if you agreed or disagreed, but if you enjoyed my outtake on the topic, please do subscribe down below if you're not subscribed. Once again, 915 subscribers by the end of the month. Could that possibly happen for a superhero like De Gea? I mean, hey, topical, I'm wearing my Spider-Man, my Spider-Man thingy. Well, I don't know what I call it. You know what? Spider-Man, probably the only man with faster reflexes than David De Gea in the world. But guys, once again, hope you have enjoyed it. Like, subscribe, all the good things, and I'll see you in the next video. Cheers. Bye.